Welcome back to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio network. Here now is your fabulous host, Mr. Randall White.
And a very, very good Saturday morning to you. That's right. You're listening to Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, heard live at this time every single Saturday morning here on the Central Coast on Crush 92.5 FM. And, of course, you can catch us online at eatdrinkexplore.com. Or, if you haven't yet, download our app. It is available for iPhones and Android devices. A good friend of mine called from Seattle last weekend and said, my wife and I were just sitting here in our hotel room and we were just watching on our iPhone, and it was so cool. I said, well, that's great. I'm happy that people are using it, and we seem to be getting some good response. So thank you all very much. Okay, this was a last-minute guest for us. We saw this piece come down on the wires yesterday about a new study out by the Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity in conjunction with the Department of Psychology at Yale University. And what they did was they took a look at cereal companies and what types of cereal they're making over the past several years, and then what types of cereal they're spending most of their commercial dollars on to push. And as it turns out, they are making healthier cereals now with more whole grains and that sort of thing. But when it comes to advertising, I'm just guessing here, probably during Saturday morning cartoons, they're not pushing the whole grain cereals as much as they are the Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes. Well, the person who knows the most about it is the lead researcher for this study, Jennifer Harris. She's the director of marketing initiatives there at the Rudd Center, and she joins us live on the line from North Carolina. And a very good morning to you, Jennifer.
Well, good morning. It's actually afternoon here.
Oh, right.
Nice to talk to you.
Jennifer, I hope I got most of that right when I summarized the study.
Basically what we did is a follow-up to a similar study that we did 3 years ago where we looked at all of the main cereal companies in the U.S. and analyzed the nutrition of all the cereals they offered, and then looked at the marketing of cereals and who they were targeting their marketing to. So lots of cereals are marketed to adults, but unfortunately, the least healthy products in companies' portfolios are the ones that are marketed heavily to kids on TV, on the Internet.
I didn't even think about that. Right?
Yeah, advert games. I don't know if you've heard that term.
No.
But, all the cereal companies have these very fun, interactive sites for kids that are basically advertising for the cereals. You play games with cereal pieces, and it's all about how much fun these products are.
I had not even thought about that, but it's brilliant from a marketing standpoint. And really, isn't that what Saturday morning cartoons have become as well?
Yeah, and cereals are the product that's advertised most often on Saturday morning cartoons and Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, all the children's programs. And unfortunately, those cereals are, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Puffs, Fruit Loops, Cookie Crunch, all of the products that really aren't very good for kids.
No, I hadn't, until I read the article, I hadn't heard of that Reese's, what's it called, Reese's Puff?
Reese's Puffs was, I think, the fourth most advertised product to children.
So it is a cereal based on a candy.
Yes.
Okay, it happens to be one of my more favorite candies, but I get it. I don't think there is somebody alive. I'm in my mid-40s. I don't think there's anyone alive my age that can't sing some of the cereal songs that they grew up with. Like A is for Apple, J is for Jack, Cinnamon Toasty, Apple Jacks. There's so many different cereal songs out there stuck in our head because it's become part of our culture, and it sounds like that's only increased. Do you have any statistics that show the percentage of advertising dollars, how much the advertising for cereal has grown over the years?
Well, the advertising we looked at 2009 or 2008 to 2011, the total advertising hasn't grown that much, but the advertising of those children's cereals has increased more than, by 34%, more than cereals marketed to adults. So in fact, advertising to adults for adult cereals has gone down while the children's cereals has gone up, and it's about $260 million dollars that they're spending on really just a few brands. It's about 12 brands.
And Jennifer, why do you think that is? Is it that as an adult you already have it in your head what you will be buying for your breakfast cereal, and you might want to already be healthy, so you don't need advertising to sort of send you in that direction?
Well, absolutely. And, companies know that by the time someone gets to their late teens even, their brand preferences are fully established, and it's very difficult to change what you like after that point. So the earlier they can get to kids, the more, the more powerful the marketing is going to be. And the other thing is that, parents wouldn't buy these kids' cereals, these high-sugar cereals, if their kids weren't asking for them. So that's another reason that they market to the kids.
It's true. I can recall in a store in Novato, California, it was called Roger Wilco, out of business now, but you would sit there in the aisle begging my mother for whatever it might have been. I think at the time it was Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. And I wanted the prize inside. And she's like, are you really going to eat the cereal? Is this what you want, or is it that you want this prize that's inside the box? Do they still do the prize inside the boxes? Or how
Absolutely. And now it's getting, even more interactive. There's a new cereal out called Crave that has I don't know if you've heard of QR codes or quick response codes where you show your cell phone, where you point your cell phone at it, and it will link you to their Facebook page, and it's very sophisticated now.
Wow. And the kids know how to use it, so the parents might not even know that code's right there on the box.
Yeah, someone had to show me how to use it. I'm afraid.
Well, that is the way it is. All right, now, as I understand it, the cereal companies have very little regulation when it comes to how they market the cereals and what types of cereals they're making, because the big ones have agreed to self-police.
Right.
Right? And how's that working?
Well, it's not working, which the evidence is that they're marketing the same cereals, their worst products, to kids today as they did 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, they've reduced the sugar by 1 or 2 grams. They've reduced the sodium. So the products are a little bit healthier than they were 3 years, but they're still not healthy products. They still have one spoon of sugar in every 3 spoons of cereal. So it's really not something you should be serving your children every day.
Well, we are speaking with Jennifer Harris right now. She's the Director of Marketing Initiatives for the Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity. The Rudd Center, along with the Department of Psychology at Yale University, teamed up to do this study. It sounds like it's a follow-up study to how cereal companies are marketing their cereals and what types of cereal they're making. Now, Jennifer, we have been sort of lumping all the big companies together. Now, perhaps some are worse offenders than other. What do we have out there right now? Who are the big ones? It's General Mills, Kellogg, and Post?
Yeah, well, General Mills is about 70% of all advertising to kids.
Really?
Yeah, for cereals. And Kellogg is following them, and then Post has just one brand that it advertised to kids, which is Pebbles cereal.
Okay.
So General Mills is the biggest.
So General Mills is really the big one. And what are some of the products under that label?
General Mills is Lucky Charms, Reese's Puffs, Honey Nut Cheerios, Trix,
for kids.
Cookie Crunch.
Right. And Lucky Charms are magically delicious.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, we have these things stuck in our heads from the time we're very, very young.
Right. Right.
And so after a study like this, what have you been hearing? When did the study come out?
Well, the study just came out yesterday, so we haven't heard a lot yet. But, the first time we came out with the study, I think people were really surprised at how, because you think of cereal companies, you think, well, General Mills has Cheerios, Kellogg has Frosted Mini Wheats. Those are pretty healthy products. Mm-hmm. And we agree, but the problem is those products aren't marketed to kids. So, we're hoping, and that is still the case today as it was 3 years ago. So, we're hoping that that parents will see this and, say we've given them a chance. They really haven't changed much. It's time for, us to just stop buying these products.
Well, when parents push back, it really works. We've seen it this year. We saw it with the whole pink slime thing that happened, and then when parents decide something is wrong and they get on their bandwagon, the cereal companies will take notice. It's too bad they don't market Cheerios more. Even as a child, I loved Cheerios, and it's a really tasty whole grain cereal that I think if they pushed it, kids would like it.
Yeah, and you put some bananas on it or strawberries on it.
Right.
It tastes great.
Yeah. So, well, great study, and I hope you keep up the good work there. Jennifer Harris, Director of Marketing Initiatives there for the Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity in conjunction with the Department of Psychology at Yale University. We really appreciate you coming on the show at such late notice. You said the study was just released yesterday, and we got the call this morning, and we rearranged a couple things, and I'm so glad we did. You were full of fantastic information.
Great. Well, I just want to add one thing, is that we have a website for parents if they want to go in and see how healthy the different cereals are. It's cerealfacts.org.
Oh, that's easy. cerealfacts.org.
Yes.
All right. We will link that to our website, Jennifer, so that people can have an easy connection to it. Jennifer Harris, make it a great Saturday.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right, stick around, everyone. When we come back, we're talking pollen as a spice, not as an allergen, but as a spice. And boy, it's good. I had it on a fresh salmon salad last night. Absolutely delicious. We'll have that when we return in just a moment. This is Eat, Drink, Explore Radio.